Have you noticed how certain foods that seem perfectly healthy might actually be working against your wellness goals? Rice is one of those foods that appears on tables worldwide, providing comfort and sustenance. Yet the conventional methods most people use to prepare and consume rice could be undermining their health, particularly for those navigating the challenges that come with aging. This isn't about creating fear around food choices. Instead, it's about empowerment and understanding. There are scientifically backed approaches to transform rice from a potential blood sugar disruptor into a nourishing, gut-supporting food that stabilizes energy levels. These methods don't require expensive supplements or complicated equipment, just thoughtful adjustments to everyday cooking routines. Through years of working in senior wellness, I've observed countless individuals following medical protocols and standard dietary recommendations, yet continuing to struggle with fluctuating blood sugar, persistent digestive discomfort, and unexplained fatigue. Often, the solution lies in examining the fundamental preparation methods of staple foods we consume regularly. Today, we'll explore 5 evidence-based modifications to rice preparation that can significantly impact your metabolic health. These techniques integrate seamlessly into existing meal routines while providing measurable benefits for blood sugar management, digestive comfort, and overall vitality. The foundation of healthier rice consumption begins with a practice that many modern cooks have abandoned: proper soaking. This seemingly minor step addresses a hidden challenge within rice grains themselves. All rice varieties contain compounds called phytates, which naturally occur in the grain's outer layers. While completely natural, these compounds can interfere with your body's ability to absorb essential minerals, including calcium, zinc, and iron. For older adults who may already face challenges with bone density, energy levels, or immune function, this nutrient interference becomes particularly significant. The good news is that soaking rice, much like traditional preparation methods used for generations, can reduce these problematic compounds while enhancing digestibility. The process involves thoroughly rinsing rice under cool water, then allowing it to soak in warm water for 30 to 60 minutes before cooking. This time frame allows the grains to soften, absorb moisture, and begin breaking down difficult-to-digest compounds. Even a 30-minute soak provides noticeable benefits, though longer soaking periods shouldn't exceed 3 hours to prevent bacterial growth. One remarkable case involved a 72-year-old woman who maintained an active lifestyle despite experiencing persistent digestive sensitivity. After implementing this single change, her post-meal discomfort virtually disappeared within weeks. She described it as discovering a small miracle hidden in her daily routine. The second transformation involves adding a specific type of acid to your cooking liquid. While adding vinegar to rice might initially sound unusual, this simple addition can dramatically influence how your body processes the meal's carbohydrates. Natural fermented vinegar, particularly apple cider vinegar, contains acetic acid, which slows carbohydrate breakdown and absorption. This mechanism prevents rapid blood sugar elevation, especially important as metabolic sensitivity increases with age. For individuals managing prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, this modification can provide significant glycemic control benefits. Research from Johns Hopkins University demonstrated that adding vinegar to rice preparation reduces its glycemic index by 31%. This represents a substantial shift from a high-impact carbohydrate to a more metabolically gentle option. The application couldn't be simpler. Add 1 tablespoon of natural fermented vinegar to your cooking water. The rice won't develop a sour taste. Instead, many people notice a cleaner, fresher flavor profile. It's crucial to use naturally fermented varieties rather than synthetic versions, which lack the beneficial compounds and may cause digestive irritation in sensitive individuals. One gentleman in his late 60s, struggling with pre-diabetic symptoms and post-meal fatigue, began incorporating this technique into his daily rice preparation. Within 2 months, his fasting blood sugar levels stabilized, and he experienced renewed energy and mental clarity after meals. The third modification involves incorporating a small amount of oatmeal into rice preparation. This combination harnesses oatmeal's beta-glucan content, a soluble fiber that functions like an internal cleanser. Beta-glucan moves through the digestive system, binding to cholesterol, slowing digestion and moderating blood sugar responses. For seniors managing cholesterol concerns, blood pressure issues, or metabolic challenges, this fiber support becomes invaluable. National Institutes of Health research revealed that mixing small amounts of oatmeal into rice can slow blood sugar elevation by up to 43%. The key lies in proper proportions. For each cup of rice, incorporate 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of plain dry oatmeal, representing roughly 5 to 7% of the total volume. This ratio provides therapeutic benefits without causing digestive overload that larger amounts might trigger in sensitive individuals. A woman in her mid-70s managing both elevated cholesterol and early diabetic markers began using this method consistently. After 3 months, her laboratory results showed improvement, but more importantly, she reported feeling lighter, more energetic, and confident in her daily activities. The fourth enhancement utilizes turmeric's therapeutic compounds. Beyond its culinary applications, turmeric contains curcumin, extensively studied for its anti-inflammatory and metabolic benefits. Most significantly, curcumin helps improve insulin sensitivity, essentially helping your body utilize insulin more effectively. Age-related insulin resistance contributes to elevated blood sugar, fatigue, weight management difficulties, and more serious health complications. National Institutes of Health research found that consistent curcumin intake reduced insulin resistance by 23%, results comparable to some pharmaceutical interventions. The application requires only a small pinch of pure turmeric powder, sprinkled over warm cooked rice and gently stirred. The heat helps release the spice's natural oils and creates an appealing aroma. Start with minimal amounts, especially if you're unfamiliar with turmeric's distinctive flavor, gradually increasing as your taste preferences adapt. One woman managing type 2 diabetes for years decided to try this approach after consulting her physician. Without changing other dietary elements, she began adding a small pinch of turmeric to her daily rice portion. Several months later, her blood sugar readings became more stable, allowing her doctor to reduce her medication dosage. The final technique requires no additional ingredients whatsoever. It involves cooling cooked rice and then reheating it before consumption. This process creates what scientists call resistant starch, fundamentally different from regular starch in how your body processes it. When rice cools after cooking, its starch structure changes. Instead of being quickly digested and converted to blood sugar, resistant starch travels to the large intestine, where it feeds beneficial gut bacteria. This process supports digestive health, reduces inflammation, and strengthens immune function while helping regulate blood sugar responses and promoting bowel regularity. The method involves allowing cooked rice to sit at room temperature for 30 minutes to an hour, then either consuming it or refrigerating it for later use. When reheating, warm it thoroughly but avoid overcooking. In warmer weather, refrigerate promptly to prevent bacterial growth and consume within 1 to 2 days. A 70-year-old man who had endured chronic constipation and digestive discomfort for years found remarkable relief through this simple technique. Within weeks of implementing cooling and reheating, his digestive function normalized, bringing him comfort he hadn't experienced in years. These 5 modifications work synergistically, each supporting different aspects of metabolic and digestive health. You don't need to implement all techniques simultaneously. Begin with whichever approach feels most manageable, observe how your body responds, then gradually incorporate additional methods as they become routine. The cumulative effect of these small changes often surprises people with their significant impact. Meal by meal, these thoughtful modifications can help restore metabolic balance, improve digestive comfort, and provide the stable energy levels that support an active, fulfilling lifestyle. Remember that sustainable health improvements rarely come from dramatic overhauls, but rather from consistent, manageable adjustments to daily routines. Each of these rice preparation methods represents a small investment of time or attention that can yield substantial returns in how you feel and function. These techniques connect modern nutritional science with traditional food wisdom, creating a bridge between what we know works and what's practical in contemporary life. The goal isn't perfection, but progress, finding approaches that enhance your meals while supporting your long-term wellness goals. Whether you're managing specific health conditions or simply seeking to optimize your nutrition as you age, these rice modifications offer practical, evidence-based tools for taking greater control over your dietary choices and their impact on your daily experience.